the anatomy of a man and the anatomy. You know what I mean by anatomy? Let's dissect. Let's begin with the woman. Genesis, God is amazing. Genesis chapter 2, you see how he created us. He created the man from the dust. But search it very well. God created the woman from a finished product. He created the man from the raw product. But he created the woman from the finished product. He took out of what he did. So if you think your wife she's too, she's this, she's that, it's not her fault. It's Genesis chapter 2. She was taken from a finished product. So let's look at the anatomy of a woman. Number 1, a woman is likely to misbehave when she experiences emotional deficit. Even if you are not married, this that we are exposing you to will help you, because awareness is the highest form of light. My people are destroyed for lack of awareness, not for lack of prayer and fasting, but for lack of awareness, for lack of knowledge. This will help you. Before I got married, I read almost 100 books on marriage. I didn't even know that I would be called to ministry to families. So it's important for you to build this and keep it, because life is going to ask you questions. 1 Samuel chapter 17, the last verse. Saul said, whose son is this? Life will always ask you questions. Ruth chapter 3, the same thing. Boaz said, whose damsel is this? Life will always ask you questions. So when you have this loaded, it will show if you have the answers. So a woman is likely to misbehave when she experiences an emotional deficit. A woman is a multiplier. God gave her the womb. The womb is not only for carrying babies. Whatever you give a woman, she multiplies back to you. So if her emotional bank is in deficit, she will not give you correct sex. And I'm speaking in the context of marriage. If you are not yet married, let me give you a motherly advice. And if the men hear me well, let the women hear me doubly. When fornication takes place, it is the lady that loses more, because a part of you goes with that man irretraceably and irrevocably. You don't want to do that. The Bible says the heart of man is wicked, not the heart of woman. When a man has seen it all, he has nothing to look forward to, because every man is a hunter. So when you give it to him on the platter of gold, you lose your dignity. It does not matter what goes on social media. The fact that it is popular does not mean it is right. Keep your dignity. Even if you lost your virginity before you met Jesus, must you continue to lose it? Keep your dignity. Any man that cannot wait till he puts a ring on your finger is a bicycle. Wait for your bending. True love waits. Because let me tell you the truth, in the reality of marriage, I've been married 38 years. There are times when it is not sex. Every marriage goes through 5 stages. I have in my notes. The final stage of every marriage is called the gracious stage. And that can take years. Each of you, you've gone, you've conquered, you are successful, you come together. There's a stage in marriage that is called I am not a fool stage. I have everything in my notes. A time comes when it is not sex that sustains your marriage, it is friendship. Friendship. It is friendship, not even commitment. Any of us can slide. It is friendship. Marry your friend. Marry your friend. Who is a friend? Someone that knows where you stink and yet is faithful. Marry your friend. Someone before whom you can be vulnerable. Marry your friend. It's not every time you feel like having sex. It's not every time you feel like praying. It's not every time you feel like praising God. It's not every time. There are different types of you. There is the untouched side of you. There is the touched side of you, the one that goes to the office, all made up. Everything is looking. That's why you cannot live your life based on social media. Those people that snap and they show you, if the camera should flip and you see the other side of their room, you will never pray to look like them. Are you your friend? It's a huge advice. And don't sleep with everything that you see. Every man that comes your way, you must sleep with him. Sex is not an end in itself. The anatomy of a woman. She misbehaves when her emotional bank is empty. So you must learn to continue to make deposits in your wife's emotional bank so you can be able to withdraw. Different ways of making deposits that I don't have the time. A touch, public display of affection. Sometimes I want to preach. My husband is about introducing me and then he's saying some good things about me. I will stay there because I want him to say more. And I'll be looking for what is not lost in my bag. And I'm saying, continue. Let's welcome my wife. She's the first lady. He's depositing something in my emotional bank. You cannot just be telling your wife, are you the first person to be pregnant? Stand up, my friend. I come against every demon. There's no demon. It's your spam. When last? But you two get this. So you must learn to deposit in the emotional bank of your wife.